Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. So today's video is going to be my personal take on a no makeup look. The day that I filmed this, I knew I wanted to film something, but I honestly didn't feel like dealing with the whole 9 yards as far as my makeup went. I didn't feel like applying false lashes. I didn't feel like dealing with a full coverage foundation. I just wanted to do something very simplistic, very natural, and I wanted to do something that would be suitable for everyone. So again, this is my personal take on it. For some of you, it may be too much makeup. For some of you, it may be too little, but use this tutorial, if you will, as a guideline and just go from there. If you feel like it's too much product, take some away. If you don't feel like it's enough, just add on what you like. But I'm going to get started with the tutorial. I started with my base today. I decided to skip the primer just because I don't always feel the need to wear a primer, but I did moisturize. I used my Neutrogena Rapid Tone Repair daytime version with SPF 30. It is really important to moisturize no matter what your skin type. It doesn't matter if you have normal skin, dry skin, oily skin. Always use moisturizer before applying makeup. It's going to provide a nice base for your makeup if you don't use a primer. But for my foundation today, I took a little cocktail of the L'Oreal Pro Infallible Matte Foundation and also the MAC Waterproof Nourishing Foundation. I think that's the Prolongwear foundation formula. I love the MAC Prolongwear formula. It's a nice satin finish. It's medium to full coverage. It provides a nice natural looking finish to the skin. I mixed in the L'Oreal matte foundation because I like somewhere between a matte and satin finish, so I added in the L'Oreal foundation just to tone down the satin finish just a little bit. Also, the MAC foundation is a little too light for me at the moment, and I have shade 103 in the L'Oreal, so I did use that to deepen it up a bit as well. I personally love the finish that the combination of these two foundations provide for me. It allows my skin to still look like skin. A lot of times matte foundations can kind of make you look like you're wearing a mask, so the MAC foundation provides a nice satin kind of twist to it, so it still does look like your skin. Now I'm going to cover up my scary dark circles with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This is in the shade Brightener. If you don't have dark circles, God bless you, and you can skip this step, but I do need to cover up my dark circles before I go in with the highlighting concealer, so I'm taking that just straight from the tube and then blending it in with my Morphe G2. Also, if you noticed before, I do want to mention that I try and avoid applying foundation underneath my eyes just because I want to apply as little product underneath my eyes as possible to prevent creasing. The more product that you apply underneath your eyes, the more at risk you are of it building up and then creasing throughout the day. To highlight and conceal further, I'm taking my NYX HD Concealer in the shade Beige and applying that in an upside down triangle shape underneath my eyes. I'm focusing the product more so on my cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend the product up towards my under eye area. Again, I want to avoid as much product right underneath the eye as possible to avoid creasing. I'm going to take my blending sponge from Earth Therapeutics and use that to blend that in. When you are blending in your concealer, you really want to do a pouncing motion and push it into the skin and not swipe back and forth because it's going to disrupt the product. To set that in place and make sure my concealer doesn't budge throughout the day, I'm taking my Boots No. 7 translucent powder and an e.l.f. blush brush and just using that to tap in the product underneath my eyes and set the concealer in place. I'm using that powder to set the concealer into place on my eyelid as well because I'm not going in with any eyeshadow today. There's no need for a primer, so I'm just setting everything now so my eyelids don't crease either. I want to add a little bit of a natural looking warmth to my skin, so I'm taking the cream bronzer by Sonia Kashuk and I'm using that on a F84. This brush is by Sigma. It's just a round top angle brush, and I'm just using that in areas of the skin that I would normally contour / bronze. So I'm using it on my cheeks and then in the hollows of my cheekbones, and then I'm taking whatever's left on my brush and bringing that down the jaw, and then I'm going to use that on the sides of my forehead as well. Again, just to add a little bit of warmth to the skin. I'm using a little bit of that Boots No. 7 translucent powder just to set all the cream and liquid products into place, and to apply that I'm using an E3. You'll see in just a second that I did apply my brows off camera. I am going to do a brow routine video, but for my natural days, I just fill in my brows with a little bit of powder and then enhance the arch a little bit with my NYX Micro Brow. I'm constantly trying to grow and reshape my brows to the liking that I want, but anyway, I'm just using a little bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills Fresh eyeshadow just to set the concealer in place on my lids even further. Because I'm not using any falsies today, I'm just using regular mascara, I'm going to tightline and line my lash line just because I want the base of my lashes to look a little bit fuller. So I'm taking a couple of deeper brown eyeshadows from the 35K palette by Morphe, and I'm taking that on a MAC 266 brush. Any flat angle brush you have will do, but I'm just using that to really press the eyeshadow as close to the lashes as possible to give the effect of a fuller lash line. Now I'm just curling my lashes and keeping it very simple with the eyes and just adding some mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Cat Eye Mascara. This, to be honest, isn't my favorite drugstore mascara. My favorite drugstore mascara is the Full and Soft by Maybelline or the CoverGirl Lash Blast, the original orange tube. I'm going to line my waterline with a flesh tone liner. This is the Wonder Pencil in Light. This is by NYX. I really like this pencil. I have mentioned before I use the Rimmel Scandaleyes liner all the time in the shade Nude, but I've recently switched over to the NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light. Again, I don't think it lasts as long as the Rimmel, but I really like the shade. The Rimmel one is a little bit too peachy, where this is a little bit more pinky natural. I'm applying a different mascara to my lower lash line. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. This is a really good mascara for your bottom lashes just because it doesn't bleed. The formula doesn't transfer to your lower lash line, so that's why I like it for my bottom lashes. I tried my best to not wear blush just because I feel like it's not a natural part of a no makeup look, but I just can't stay away from blush. Here I'm using Makeup Geek's Smitten, and I just went on their website to see if I could link it down below, but it doesn't seem to be on their website anymore, so I don't know if it got discontinued. But a similar shade is Heartthrob by Makeup Geek as well. It looks very similar, or you can use MAC Cantaloupe, which is a popular pro color. Then I just went in with the dual fiber brush and just blended everything together to make it look a little bit more natural and a little bit less blushy. Next, I'm lining my lips to even out the shape of my lips. My lips are very uneven, especially at the corners of the mouth, so I use lip liners to really define the shape and make them more even. So this is Milani's lip liner in the shade Nude, and I do go in later on and fill in my lips completely. To complete the look, I am going in with a little bit of lipstick. This is the shade Barely There by Essence. This is about $2 or $3 at Ulta. I really like the formula of this. This reminds me of a luster finish lipstick by MAC, but I really should have just thrown on a lip balm or lip gloss or something to make this a little bit more natural, but I tend to go overboard, so I'm sorry, just bear with me. But of course, you guys can add whatever sort of lip product you want to complete the look. And then that about wraps this up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all my upcoming content. As always, my social media links are posted down below, so give me a follow, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.